If you have back pain that radiates on the back of your leg, you are experiencing sciatica. The most common cause of sciatica is a disc bulging out and hitting a nerve. This will cause pain anywhere from the lower back all the way to the foot. Most often you'll notice pain increases when you bend forward, coughing or sneezing, or sitting long periods. If this sounds familiar, then you're definitely dealing with a disc hitting a nerve causing sciatica, and you definitely came to the right place. Here's our 3-step disc fix protocol to resolve this sciatica fast. My name is Dr. Grant Elliott. We've helped thousands with low back pain, disc herniations, and sciatica fully recover through our one-on-one online coaching program. And in this episode, I'm going to show you how to finally resolve this pain for good. So first, let's actually understand what's going on here, because if you're confused and you don't understand your diagnosis, it can be a little confusing and overwhelming. So let me break it down. A disc bulge is an extremely common low back injury, one of the most common low back injuries that exist. So do not be afraid if you hear the word disc. In fact, tons of people are walking around right now with no pain that have disc bulges. To be exact, 40% of those 30 years old and up will have a disc bulge without pain, 50% of those 40 and up, and 60% of those 50 and up. So disc bulges are really common and don't always cause pain. So there's a lot of asymptomatic findings when it comes to imaging. And this is important because I don't want you to freak out if you get an image and you see a disc bulge and you're being told, oh my gosh, this can only be fixed with surgery. You're doomed. A disc can never heal, and all the other nonsense that is spewed out there in traditional healthcare, because none of that is true. In 2020, there was a massive study that looked at around 280,000 people with lumbar disc herniations, and 97% of them recovered without surgery. So disc bulges and herniations can heal. They heal all the time with the right rehab plan. So you will avoid drugs, injections, and surgery and all that other nonsense that you don't want to get caught up with. Now, what's actually happening with the disc is that there's an inner gel-like substance called the nucleus pulposus that is pushing out through the outer tough fibrous layer called the annulus fibrosus, thus causing the disc to bulge or herniate outwards. This can, not always, but can impact an exiting nerve root, which then can elicit pain where that nerve root travels. The most common disc herniations in the spine are going to be L4, L5, and L5S1, which will impact the sciatic nerve, causing pain anywhere down the sciatic nerve. This could be burning, electric shock, just a tight rubber band sensation, or numbness and tingling anywhere from the low back to the foot. And it's important to keep in mind that the symptoms could only be in the calf, or only in the foot, or only in the hamstring. They don't have to cover the entire leg. They can be in individual spots, if you will. The sciatic nerve is the largest nerve in your body with a diameter of up to 2 centimeters, and it can be painful when this is impacted. So the reason why bending forward or sitting long periods or coughing and sneezing will increase your back or sciatica pain is because a majority of disc bulges are called posterior bulges. And for most, when we bend forward or sit in a forward-based position, it increases pressure on the back of the disc where the bulge is, thus increasing the bulge further, which is then hitting the sensitive tissue more or hitting the nerve more. So if you imagine you have a water balloon, if you step on one side of it, it's going to bulge the opposite direction. That's exactly what is happening when we do bending forward motions. Now, not all discs behave this way and not everyone's symptoms are the same, but this is just the majority that aligns with you if you notice bending or sitting or coughing and sneezing causes this pain. And the coughing and sneezing, that's because it's a rapid increase of pressure that's once again pushing the disc and hitting the nerve. Okay, so we got that down. We understand. Oh, makes sense. Great. Now let's fix it. The first exercise we're going to do for a very particular reason is our dead bug exercise. And I'm going to explain why we're doing this. This is not a core strength movement. We're not doing this because your core is weak. You don't have back pain or disc issues or sciatica because your core is weak. That's a massive myth. I'll explain why we're doing it in a moment. Lay on your back, arms towards the ceiling, legs towards the ceiling, keeping that low back flat into the floor. Now you're going to lower one leg at a time while lowering the opposite arm, keeping that low back flat, returning to center and alternating each side. Once again, this is not a core strength movement, although it will strengthen your core. What this helps us do is stabilize our whole core, create intra-abdominal pressure, proper diaphragm function and breathing patterns, and stabilize our spine. Additionally, what this can do is it can help provide a temporary decompression-like effect on the lowermost discs, which then allow us to do the next movements easier, and typically helps these disc-specific exercises provide a better, easier result for a majority of us. So work into this movement, do at least 8 to 10 reps each side to essentially prime your spine and prime your core, but definitely integrate this into your pre-fitness routines or into your daily routine, depending on where you're at in your recovery. Hey, real quick, I know you're struggling with pain and obviously want to fix it. So if you just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, I will send you my free back pain fix demo. Just text that number and you can fix your pain. Thank me later. Back to the show. Now, after the dead bug, go onto your stomach. Whichever leg has the radiating symptoms, whether that's a ton or whether that's just some numbness and tingling in the foot, that's the target leg. Bring that leg up to the side and now perform a lumbar extension. The reason we're focusing on the one leg up is because it puts more pressure on isolating the disc on that particular side. And the goal of this movement is that if we know that forward-based motions will increase pressure on the disc, push it further out, hit the nerve, doing the opposite motion can do the opposite and can reverse the disc and reverse that stress. So extension can help reduce the disc bulge, take pressure off the nerve, but bringing up the focused leg can help target that side a little bit more specifically in certain circumstances. If this is too difficult or too painful, try with the leg straight. Only go up partially and just work as high as you are able to comfortably. If you notice symptoms are becoming less and less and less in the leg, then that is centralization. That is what we want to happen. If you're noticing symptoms are going further and further and further down the leg, that is peripheralization. We do not want that to happen. You should stop this exercise. Now, the last exercise, we're going to get into our frog mobilization, where you spread the knees and feet as wide as you're able into a frog pose. And then we're going to sit back as deeply as we can, then rocking out of it and rocking back in repetitively, trying to sink deeper each time, opening our legs wider as we go, as to mobilize our hips. Our hips and our lower back, they're best friends. When one is upset, the other one is too. And when your hips are locked up, it's like trying to move and do a squat in tight leather jeans. Something's gonna have to give, and that thing is your lower back. And this can put more stress on your lower back. So this movement can not only unlock our hips to help take pressure off the lower back, but it can help mobilize the tissue through the glute region as well, through the piriformis. As the nerve passes through this area, having good mobile muscles in our glutes and hips is very important. If you do these 3 exercises in this order, you are going to notice a drastic difference in your pain before to after. But the work is not done, because remember, there is no magic exercise. A lot of you are scrolling through Instagram and YouTube and going through thousands of my videos looking for the magic exercise, and it does not exist. What does exist is the magic dosage and prescription and plan for you. So this routine is one that has helped so many of our clients see initial improvement, but this alone, although it can make a drastic improvement on your pain, likely will not get you all the way to your goal, ensuring that you've successfully addressed the root issue, because there needs to be adjustments based on each individual situation and progressions as well to ensure the disc is fully regressed, the nerve is fully mobile, and that we can then get you bulletproof after and back to full exercise and living the life that you deserve. But there is a process that you can try that will give you those exact specifics that you might be missing. And this process helps our clients on average see 37% reduction in their symptoms in the very first session. In some of our clients, complete pain relief within as little as 15 days. And this process is our centralization process. So if you're looking for a plan and you would like to dive deeper with me and actually get a structured plan to healing, then all you need to do is text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, and you can get a tailored step-by-step plan to permanently fix your back or sciatica issues following our centralization process. Do it right now so you don't miss the opportunity to finally fix your pain and live the life that you deserve. And after you text me, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram for more free daily videos and getting insight into my life and what I'm doing to maintain a bulletproof back. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll see some of you in the program real soon.